Following the Velvet Revolution of 2018, Armenian law enforcement agencies initiated corruption cases against former officials. Most of these cases involving high-level officials have been in the preliminary stage of investigation for a long time, and the bodies conducting the investigation are not sending the cases to court. Here is a recap of what the investigating agencies told CivilNet about these ongoing cases. In September 2019, Armenia's police initiated a criminal case related to donations to the Khut Foundation. According to the Prosecutor General's office, officials at Yerevan's Avan administrative district collected money from citizens in exchange for a construction permit. The money was masked as a donation to the foundation. Taron Markaryan, the former mayor of Yerevan, was the chairman of the board of trustees of Khut. The investigative committee informed CivilNet that only the former director of the foundation was charged. He undertook not to leave the country on his own recognizance while the investigation is ongoing. A criminal case related to allegations of financial abuse during the construction of soccer academies and stadiums was initiated in the fall of 2019. In March 2020, the investigative committee informed CivilNet that the case involved allegations of financial abuse during the renovation of Yerevan's Hrazdan Stadium. The investigation is ongoing. The damage caused to the Soccer Federation of Armenia amounted to $850,000. Ruben Hayrapetyan, former chairman of the federation and a member of the Republican Party of Armenia, is involved only as a witness in this case. In September 2019, the investigative committee charged former defense minister Vigen Sargsyan with abuse of power. The criminal case concerns violations during the allocation of apartments to servicemen. The investigation into this case is ongoing. Apart from the released statement, the investigative committee hasn't released any information. In July 2019, the prosecutor's office announced that more than 40,000 kilograms of white fish were illegally fished between 2017 and 2018. A criminal case was initiated. The investigation was preceded by the publication of a story in the Fact Investigation online platform, which alleged that a company owned by former police chief Vladimir Gasparyan's mother-in-law is engaged in whitefish fishing, canning, and export. The investigative committee told CivilNet that some employees of the company have been questioned and an investigation is underway. Armenian news outlet Hedk wrote in August 2018 that former police chief Vladimir Gasparyan had acquired one of the luxury mansions near Victory Park in Yerevan for $200,000 as a result of various schemes, whilst its estimated price was nearly $3 million. On April 13th, the Yerevan Court of First Instance ruled that the former police chief should pay roughly $1.8 million to the former owner of the mansion. A preliminary investigation of this case is still underway. In August 2018, the investigative committee reported that information had been obtained about the alleged abuse of power by a former minister and member of parliament. Gagik Beglaryan, the former minister of transport and communications, was mentioned in a testimony in connection with the embezzlement of shares in a credit organization and the collection of information considered a bank secret. In addition, evidence was also obtained regarding the abuse of power by a former Republican Party member of parliament, Meher Sedrakian. The Special Investigation Service did not obtain sufficient evidence to investigate the case and sent the case back to the investigative committee. In May 2019, the Prosecutor General's office announced that Zorahek hydroelectric power plant, which had a market value of roughly $16.5 million, was purchased for $7.4 million. Zorahek has been acquired by Zoraket Hydro Company, which was previously connected to former Armenian ambassador to the Vatican, Mikhail Minasyan, the son-in-law of Armenia's third president, Serge Sargsyan. Former Minister of Defense Seyran Ohanyan has also been charged for this case. The investigation is ongoing. In December 2019, the police reported that illegal activities involving high-ranking officials took place during the privatization of Radio CJSC in Armenia's Gegharkunik region. The property price is estimated to be roughly $2.5 million, but during the privatization process, falsified legal papers were made, and it was sold for $850,000 to a company registered in the offshore Virgin Islands. There were reports in the press that former Minister of Culture Armen Amiryan, Armenian ambassador to Russia Vardan Petrosyan, and former Armenian ambassador to the Vatican Mikhail Minasyan are the owners of the organization that acquired Radio CJSC. The criminal case is under investigation by the investigative committee. No one has been charged yet. The case related to the offshore companies of former Chief Bailiff of Armenia Mihran Boghosyan was reopened in January 2019. In April 2016, a leak of documents related to offshore accounts in Panama revealed that Boghosyan had set up companies in Panama. concealed income, and used his position for his own business interests. Petrosyan currently resides in Russia. Russian law enforcement agencies refuse to extradite him to Armenia. The Special Investigation Service informed CivilNet that a preliminary investigation of the case is underway. In February 2019, Armenia's National Security Service charged Sedrak Kocharyan, the eldest son of Armenia's second president, Robert Kocharyan, with tax evasion and money laundering. According to the charges by the National Security Service, Sedrak Kocharyan received $5.3 million from a third party, evaded taxes, and used other schemes to acquire the Best Western Congress Hotel in Yerevan. The investigation department of the National Security Service informed CivilNet that the preliminary investigation of this case is underway. 2 years after the 2018 revolution, on April 22, 2020, the State Revenue Committee indicted Mikhail Minasyan, former Armenian ambassador to the Vatican and son-in-law of Armenia's third president Serge Sargsyan, with charges related to illicit enrichment and money laundering. According to the charges, between 2017 and 2018, Minasyan increased his assets by a significant amount, hugely exceeding his legal income. In addition, he was able to legalize an illegally obtained property. Detention was chosen as a precautionary measure against Minasyan, and Minasyan has been declared wanted.